Sebastian here for Comic Impact, bringing you another impactful origin, and this week we're going to be talking about another famous mechanical monstrosity in the world of comics, the villain Brainiac. Brainiac first appeared in Action Comics 242 in 1958. He was created by Otto Binder and Al Pastino. In the original appearance, Brainiac comes to Earth to steal cities of our fair planet, to bring back to his home world and re-embiggen them, and of course rule over them with an iron fist. And he disappeared from comics for a little bit, although he was acting more as a background puppet master, and it wasn't until Superman 141 that he returned, and he revealed that he had stole Kandor from the planet Krypton. A little bit later on, in Superman 167, they retconned his origin a little bit to have become a machine built by the computer tyrants of the world Colu to spy on other planets and gather information for them, and that's the kernel, the seeds of what the more modern-day Brainiac becomes. And of course, in the 1980s, we come close to the very end of the pre-crisis version of Brainiac. He's, of course, destroyed in a supernova after having built one of the more famous of Brainiac's creations, a giant floating tentacle planet. And of course, in the supernova explosion, the more human form of Brainiac was destroyed, and during his cross-universe trip through the stars as a bunch of atoms and particles, he was recoalesced into a new form, the more Brainiac-like appearance that he had in the 80s. Of course, Marv Wolfman wrote a lot of the stories with that version of Brainiac. He has like the honeycomb-patterned head, and he's finally finished or defeated in Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow, which is the famous Alan Moore story, which acts as sort of the closeout to the Superman of the Silver Age era. Very good story. If you can find one, pick it up. It's very, very good. And of course, we come to the post-crisis era, and we get the more modern take. He's an alien, Vildrox from the planet Colu. Again, little bits and pieces here. Mad scientist who turns himself into a machine, and from there, history is born. And we do get especially his most famous appearance in Superman the Animated Series. He's a computer virus who's found by Lex Luthor. He gives himself a body and continues his quest to conquer worlds and take information. And of course, that's sort of his trap, his plan throughout the entire Superman the Animated Series. And a little bit later on, Jeff Johns, famous writer, does his Brainiac story in Superman. Probably the best Brainiac story you can find, apart from things like Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow, Panic in the Sky, where we find out that Brainiac sends his drones out, his viruses, his bodies to other planets. He collects information, and of course we learn that all the previous appearances in Brainiacs in the post-crisis have never actually been the true Brainiac, and Superman discovers Brainiac's physical form himself, which harkens back to the original appearance, the green skin, the electrodes in his head, and we learn that that is the true form of Brainiac, and everyone that we've seen up until this point has just been simply an emissary. Of course, his story pulls very famously from Superman the Animated Series, or at least the dreams of Brainiac, an all-powerful computer seeking all knowledge in the universe. And of course, we come to the New 52, who we go back in time a little bit. We make him Vildrox, but he does still have a lot of those intentions of the Jeff Johns and Superman the Animated Series Brainiac, where he wants to collect worlds and amass tons of knowledge. And the current Convergence story is all the plot of Brainiac, collecting different Earths, different cities from the multiverse, and wanting to bring them together. Of course, it's his collection. He's a collector. We all know those feelings. We want our collections to be complete. And hopefully, this little bit of a snippet of his life has been complete enough for you, and I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, if you like this video and want to see more, give me a like, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. There's a lot to Brainiac's origin I did not cover, and it's very difficult to cover his origin in a singular video like this, but let me know if there's any more information you want from these videos. And hey, check us out on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter, and it's been a pleasure, and I hope to see you again next week. Thank you very much for watching.